Hey everybody, welcome back to BabbleTech. Today we're going to talk about the 3 fundamentals of using touchscreen devices. 3 fundamentals that I'm working with you on today are to make you feel more comfortable with your phone or a tablet. Now these are going to apply to pretty much all touchscreen devices, but mostly Android and iOS and iPadOS, aka the Apple, Samsung, LG, Amazon branded devices that pretty much everybody has. So here they are now. The first fundamental is see what you want, touch what you want. With touchscreen devices, at first they can be a little bit off-putting if you're really used to a keyboard and mouse. But if you were never really comfortable with a computer to begin with, touchscreen devices can actually be a lot easier. Whereas with a mouse, you kind of got to wonder, what am I going to use? What am I going to click? How does this work? Usually with a touchscreen device, you see something, you tap it, you get something, you get what you want. And that's really cool. And I think touchscreen devices are in some ways the way of the future. While a mouse or a track point are high precision devices that allow professionals to do things with computers you couldn't really do with your fingers, touchscreen devices are probably the way for everybody else. I myself have been using an iPad and an Android device 90% of the time I'm using technology. I only usually fire up my desktop computer when I want to do some gaming or I want to do videos like this. Right now I have my notes for this video on the screen, I have an audio recorder on the screen, and I'm recording my videos separately. And later, when I'm editing this video, I'm going to put that audio and this video together. So, desktop computers still have a purpose. They have a lot of power under the hood. Now, there's a caveat, I don't know, to this see what you want, touch what you want theory. Now, you may have noticed if you're really uncomfortable with your tablet or smartphone that you can touch the same thing twice and get different results. This is based on whether you moved your finger at all when you touched it, like if you have shaky fingers or something like that, or if you held on to what you were touching for too long or too short a time. There's a couple different factors here, but it's a lot simpler than you might think, and once you get the hang of it, you're going to love it. It's going to be a lot easier. The key to touching it properly, to touching the screen properly, is this. You hold your device properly. I'm going to use my test device here. This is my old phone, a Moto E4. Excellent phone for the price, by the way. You'll notice that people who are more comfortable with their phones tend to hold their phones like this and use their thumbs. Like so. This isn't just a certain hand posture. This actually is making sure that the phone is steady and stable, and they're using the phone as almost a mount for their hand as much as the hand is a mount for the phone. Because you can see they're able to do fairly consistent touches. Now if you're using your index finger or pointer finger like that, it's almost like you're doing target shooting. It's way harder. It's almost impossible to have a consistent touch unless you have really good fine motor skills. So this is definitely the way you want to hold it. You have your pinky the phone resting on the pinky here, and you're using your thumb. Now it's going to take some time to get used to, but I assure you, using your pointer and index finger is not the way to go when using a touchscreen device, unless you're using a tablet. Tablets are different, but it's still can be easier to use your thumb if whatever UI element you're trying to interact with is on the corner of a screen. Thumb is generally going to be better because you get a stable surface. Pointer finger, not so much. So that's a big part of our first fundamentals for touchscreens, is just holding it properly. Get used to holding it properly and using your thumb on your smartphone screen. But let's discuss this a little bit. Why, when you hold your finger on something too long or too short, does something different happen? Well, if you hold it too short, you get something called palm rejection, where the phone screen basically thinks you just bumped it and you didn't actually intend to trigger that action. That's why if you touch it too short, it doesn't do anything. Now, if you touch it too long, which can be a difference of milliseconds, what's happening here? Well, that's actually fundamental number 2. And fundamental number 2 is if you see something on the screen you want to do something with, but you don't see an obvious option for it, you can long press. That's called a long press. You hold down on something for a second or two longer, and you're going to get more options for it, or an option to move it. And this is true of Android devices and iOS devices as well. So if you don't see something on the screen that you want to do with an object that is on the screen, say a block of text, and you want to copy it, you can hold down on that text and it'll allow you to copy it. It'll actually give you a little selection dialog. And 2B of sorts is if that long press didn't give you the other options that you're looking for, there's almost always going to be another menu option around the corners of the screen. That's called the menu items or overflow menu. If you see a little button that looks like 3 dots, that's called the overflow menu. That means, oh hey, this wasn't on the screen, so we're going to overflow it into this menu off the side because it was taking up too much space. That's what the overflow menu is. Now in the overflow menu, you're going to find options like printing text, sharing things, saving things, backing up things, options like other settings, like making your screen darker or easier to read, changing the font so it's bigger, things like that. That's what you're going to find in your overflow menu. And finally, the fundamental for touchscreen basics number 3 is gestures. Now, gestures are a little less complicated than you might think. In general, if you slide down from the top of a device to the bottom, like from the very top, slide down like this, you're going to get your notification tray and quick settings. Now, on some devices, if you slide down on the right or the left of the top of the screen, you're going to get different results. On many devices, you slide down from the right, and you get your quick settings, which are like brightness and volume control. Slide down from the middle or the left, and you get all of your notifications from all your different apps in one place. Because now, modern Android devices, it's all in one spot. You slide down from anywhere on the top, and you get your quick settings all on the top, brightness, volume, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever, and your notifications right below that. And that's the same on all Android devices for the most part. Now, iOS, the Apple iPhone operating system, and they're a little bit different from each other. If you slide up from the bottom of an iPhone, you'll actually get those quick settings. You slide down from the top and you get the notifications. Alright everybody, that sums up our fundamentals of how to use your touchscreen devices. I hope this helped you out. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up below and hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or you want me to cover a different topic, leave it in a comment below. Thanks.